Hello guys, this is Cloud15 and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you guys about particle effects. That's it. Um, Particle effects in GameMaker. How to make your own particle effects. You do have to have GameMaker 8.0 Pro. That is how to make the real particle effects. I mean, you can make particle effects using sprites, but that's going to take too much resources and thus in the end it will create lag. Now, to create your particle effects, we create an object, and in said object, your object is going to be object 0 if you're starting this tutorial like that. If you're downloading my tutorial, then you'll have the file itself. But in object 1, which is going to be my file, object 0 yours, we will go to add event, then create, and we're going to put some coding in there. Go to control and then code, and we're going to put oops, that's capital, PCC equals part system create, and then EMI, which is going to be for emitter, part emitter create, PS, which is particle system, so we're going to call in PSC, and then PTC is going to be part type create. Alright, now we're done with this. That's it. Now we're going to go to add event, then draw. And in draw is where we do all the magic. In here we want to basically tell the particle to be created. So we're going to do part emitter create. Not create, I'm sorry, burst. PS is going to be our particle system, which is PSC. Index is going to be our emitter, which is EMI. And part time, you got it, it is PTC. I think that's what it was. Anyways, and then the number of how much we're going to make. I'm going to the create event just to see. Yeah, PTC. How much of these objects we're going to call them objects, we're going to be creating every step. So we're going to create 3 every step. So once we're done with that, we will now want to tell it where to draw the emitter, the particle. So we'll do part emitter region and particle system PSC emitter, which is EMI, xmin, xmax, basically the location where we want it to be created. We're going to do x, or actually mouse underscore x, mouse underscore y, x again. Really quick, go to the first mouse x and do minus 100, and then on the second one do plus 100. Now we have a nice big range. And now we're going to do mouse y minus 100 and mouse y plus 100. Now we have a big square. We can tell the game to give us a certain type of shape by writing PT, which is particle type, underscore shape, and we can see all the shapes right here. Circle. And then distribution, which is going to be PT, particle type, DISTR, underscore. Oh wait, I must have misspelled it. Hold on, I need to remember. That's definitely not it. Hold on. Not that one. Great. Oh, so I hate the help. Particle type dist. Emitters. Ah, there you go. Sorry, that was my fault. Not PT, but PS. DISTR. There you go. Caution. Same with this one right here. We're gonna put a PS, and it's shaped. I was wondering why all these things were coming out. PS underscore shape, and we're gonna put rectangle. Alright, now if we were to test the program out right now, let's add the object one right there. Let's change the background to a little bit darker. That's a lot better. Now wherever we would put our mouse, we're going to create a little flaky stuff. It's going to disappear like every particle should at that range. Now you see that there's a lot being created. I believe there's 3 every step. So let's lower that down to 1 so you can see the difference. Our burst is going to now be to 1. You can see it's a lot slower. Now if we were to do 100, oh that's 1,000, that's a lot. 100. I'm gonna start holding. You can see the difference now. It's a lot of steps right there. You can also tell that it's a bit laggy. So, other than that, let's reset that back to 3. Let's see. You guys want to know how to add the abilities to add them to objects, for example. If you want to show a particle effect or something. Alright, I can easily show you that. Let's go back. Let's create an object which is going to be my object 0, your object 1. Make a gun or some kind of triangle thing like so. But then have the origin be center and then the X all the way to 0. That way you can point towards your mouse. So now if I was to go to step event and draw and write, image angle equals direction, and then direction equals point direction, X, Y, mouse X, mouse Y. Let me add that to the game itself. It should point to the mouse like so. But let's say when I click I want it to shoot. So we're going to create a global variable. It doesn't have to be global. Actually, scratch that. It's not going to be global. We're just going to put object 0, which is going to be our character, dot shoot equals 1. If object 0 dot shoot, yeah, there we go. If shoot equals 1, then do that. But we're also going to want to change something. We don't want it to appear on the mouse itself. We want it to appear on our object because that's where it's going to come out of. So we're going to put object 0 dot x, object 0 dot x. Let me copy object 0 dot x and change it over here. Actually, I can just copy the object 0 dot y or x. Never mind. I'm making no sense at all. Alright, so basically now what we are looking at is that it's actually going to be created on its x and y, just on that little spot right there. That's where it's going to be created. So what we're going to want to do now is make that particle go in the direction that we are pointing with object 0. Before that, let's create the variable in object 0. So go to object 0, your object 1, create, and we're going to do shoot equals 1. Actually, shoot equals 0. And then we're going to go to add event, mouse, global left released. And then shoot equals 0. Then go back to that event, global mouse, global left pressed, and we're going to set that to shoot equals 1. So right now we're done with that. Go back to your particles object and go to the draw event, and we're going to create some characteristics for your particle. So we're going to do part underscore type underscore direction. Okay. Index is basically our particle system, so it's PSC. Direction minimum, object 0 dot direction, direction max, object 0 dot direction, 0 and 0. And then the speed that we want to shoot these little particles is part type. Basically, always if you want to do something with a particle, all you have to type is part underscore type underscore, and then you got all these little options to change, which is basically all you need. Speed, for example, PSC, comma, speed min. Our minimum is going to be 5, and our max is going to be 10, 0, 0. Alright, now if we were to test the program, or the game, I mean, I'm stuck saying program without the VB. Alright, you can see that it's shooting out. But, somewhat looks like it's flying or something. Let's make it act like a little fire. You can also create your own sprites. For example, I want to create a little, oh god, the lag. I'm going to create a image really quick that's hopefully not gonna horribly not look like not fire. So I'm going to select this right here. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll do it like that. Look at that fire. So I'm going to make it a little bit better. Because I don't like things that look even. I like things that look messed up. That looks horrible. So I'm going to crop it, center it, and now in the object 1, your object 0 particle thing, go to the draw event, and we're going to type part type, sprite. Particle system create. Our sprite that we're going to use, I'm going to be using sprite 1, so I'm going to type sprite 1 here. If it has an animation, then you can put 1 there. If it doesn't, then just put a 0 there. Do you want to stretch it? 1 is yes, 0 is no. Random. Basically, if you have 30 sub images, it picks 1 at random. No. Alright, so let's see our little particle right now. Alright, now it looks like shoot. Shoot as in the bad word. but it looks alright. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make it start off small and give it, you know, a bigger size after some time. So we're going to do part type size PSC 0. Actually 0, and then 0, and then our size increase is going to be plus it's not going to be plus, it's going to be 0.25, and then wiggle, we definitely want some wiggle, 0.50. Wiggle is going to make it like sort of breathe, like whenever you breathe, something like that. You can see the wiggle. That's kind of growing up a little bit too big, too fast. Let's try 0.05. That wiggle is too big. 0.10. Alright. It looks somewhat better. But I would prefer it to have a rotation, because it's with it standing still like so, like how it is, I don't like it. So let's give it an animation of a rotation. In order to do that, let's go back to the particle, part type orientation, PSC, angle minimum 360. Actually 0. Angle max is 360. Angle increase, we're going to increase it by 10. Angle wiggle, same thing as size, speed, and direction wiggle. So if you want to add it there, go for it. I'm going to put 0.50. Hopefully that doesn't do anything. Angle relative, I really don't know what that is. I don't really care, so I'll put 1 there. Relative sounds like a relative location. Well, now you can see that it's rotating like so. Alright, now that we got that like that, I want to make the speed a little bit slower. So we're gonna do, what is that? Ew. Something's on my key. Hold on. I cleaned it. Alright. My speed's gonna be 2. Max speed is gonna be 3. Yeah. This is gonna be slow. Alright. It looks like a rocket ship. Actually, it looks like a tornado. Look. Some sort of top-down tornado. Actually, it would be better if the bottoms were above, and actually the bottoms were on the underneath. Then it would look like a tornado. So now that we're done with that, I want to add some color, give it some sort of a taste. So part type color. Now you can add it 1 color, or let me see. Is it color 1 or color? Oh, color 1. Basically, right here, you specify only 1 color to your particle. But I don't want 1 color. I want 3 colors. PSC. My first color is going to be, what does fire look like? Hold on. C yellow. Yeah, yellow. Then C orange. Then C red. I would assume C red, although I don't really ever see some red fire. So let's put it all together. Oh, beauty. What a beauty. Now, something is missing. I want to make it go up. That's it. Let's add some gravity. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. No, actually, I don't need to add gravity. I can probably change it with this. Let's see. 1. No. No. 2. If I add 10, then it'll just do a 360 pretty fast. See, that's just with freaking adding direction plus 2. That actually pretty nice. So let's set it to 0.50. You can also just put 0.5. Doesn't really matter. Now it somewhat looks like fire, but there's going to be a problem with it. If I go over here, it's going to go down. So better yet, take that 0.5, put a 0 there. Let's add some gravity. Part type gravity. PSC. Gravity amount is going to be 0.20. And the gravity direction is not going to be 270. No. It's not going to be 0. No, it's going to be 90. Because we want it to go up. What did I just do? Oh, that's what I did. I added an extra comma. Alright, so let's test it out. It's too fast. But if I go this way, it also goes up, so that's good. So let's go with 0.05 or 4. Let's do it at 4. Well, as you can see, that looks really nice. I like that. Let's also give it some life. Life, basically, you can give it to where it extends or decreases the amount of time that a particle can be alive in view. So, part type life or health? Life. PSC. Life min is going to be 50. Life man is going to be actually 25 and 50. And then we're also going to add some alpha. Part type alpha. PSC. We're going to do 3. PSC. Alpha 1. Do we want it to be visible? Yes. So we're going to put a 1 there. Then we want to put to where alpha 2 is going to be halfway invisible, so 0.5. And then we want alpha 3 to be barely visible, so 0.2. We tested the game. I think it doesn't have enough life, so let's give it some more life. Let's raise this to 50 and the other one to 75. 50 and 75. I do apologize for, me taking such a long time to show you guys stuff. I just like to be thorough. I mean, you probably learned a couple things now. But yeah, giving it extra life also does that. The particle will automatically also set itself with the new life to where it'll show everything within that set life. I also want to show you something else, which is called blending. It's just a particle thing. It's nothing special. Part type blend. And then PSC additive 1. It's 1 or a 0 that you want to put there. It's either 1. 1 is for true, 0 is for not true. And this is what blending would do. Makes it look more real. It's a frame. So, things you can use this for. Let's set the direction for this object to 90. Oh, well, actually, I can do that right now here. Direction equals 90, because we want it to point up. Then we want to go to step and comment out this direction right here, because we don't want it to reset. Now I want you guys to put three objects. Now, I don't believe this will work, and I'm going to tell you this afterwards. Let's see. Left click. Now, the reason it does not work. That actually looks like, that looks nice. The reason it does not work is because we have one object that's drawing the particle onto this object right here. Now, if we want it to where it would show all the particles on all the objects, we would have to actually copy. For example, I'm going to copy this to this right here, and then the draw event to the draw event. Actually, I'm going to make better yet. I'm going to make a new object too. Ugh. So this is the new one, alright? Object 2 is a new one. I'm sorry about that. It's probably messed your head up a bit. So what we're going to do here is, I already added this code here. Now we're going to add event, then draw. Now when you draw something, and you add code to it, there's a problem that's going to appear. Object 2. Also, change all these object zeros to X and Y and X and Y's and Y's. That'll mean that it's going to be created right on itself. This, we're going to change it and just leave it as direction, because we want it to tell it about its own direction. Sprite's right, that's right, alright. We actually don't even need this right here. If shoot is equal to 1. That's right. Yep, that's right. And that's right. Now there's gonna be a problem. See, this right here, I'm gonna put 2 object zeros right here and then 2 object 2's right here. There's gonna be a problem. Object 2 is not gonna appear. Now, when I left click though, it's going to create the fire. The reason why object 2 doesn't appear is because whenever you play around in the draw events, you always want to redraw your actual sprite. In order to do this, you can just write in here draw sprite index 0 x and y, because the draw event is erasing whatever sprite you have here. So what we're saying, we're telling the game to draw a sprite which is located in here on its current x and y axis. Now something else is going to be wrong. They're going to be pointed to the right. Now to fix this, we go back. This right here is very basic draw sprite. I mean, you can tell that it's very basic. So to fix it, we go underscore ext, and basically it's the same until we get here, comma xscale. You can make the sprite itself a lot more bigger, but the default size or the original size is always going to be 1, 1. If you want to make it bigger or smaller, you can put 0.5 to make it smaller, or 3 to make it a lot more bigger. The rotation is going to be your image angle. And the color is going to be C white. You can also specify a different color. For example, if we put C white, it would come out as gray, as how we drew it. But if we put C red, it's going to change. And alpha, you already know what alpha is. You know, transparency basically. 1 is for max, so where we can see it, it's opaque. And 0.5 is transparent, halfway. So let's put that at 1. It's going to be a red transparent triangle, or actually a red triangle, I mean not transparent at all. But yeah, you can see that they're now pointing in the right direction. They are different colors, and that's just because of that. The reason why it's not creating the fire on the other one is because, as I stated before, we drew it on this object and we're stating it to draw on just object 0, as you can see right here. But this one has the code within itself, so it can actually draw the particle. Now another thing, yes, you can have multiple particle systems within each object. Very easy. Just copy and paste and change the name. 1, 1, 1, and 1. Now go to draw. Now let's go back to create, and we're going to do shoot 2. This is also on the second one, just so you know. I'm going to put shoot 2 equals 0. If global right mouse button is pressed, shoot 2 equals 1. Global left mouse. Oh, let me just duplicate this. It'll be much more easier. Global mouse right button released. Shoot 2 equals 0. There we go. It's so simple. Now what we want to do is copy this right here and paste it down here, and then copy this right here, also paste it down here. Now let's make it a different thing. Let's take the sprite out. Let's make it yellow, orange, gravity is going to be pointed down, so 270, and by 0.4, which is a good enough, I guess. So let's raise that by 1. Just leave it at 0.1. It's a lot more faster than the other one. The life is going to be 75 to 100. Oops, that's 57. 75 to 100. Alpha, you're gonna be taken out. Whenever something is not there, it's automatically placed to 1, just so you know. Image blend, don't know. I'll probably leave you. The speed is alright. Direction, now right here, direction minimum. Direction is gonna be plus. We're pointing at 90, so minus 45, and then direction plus 45. Why? Because our minimum direction, basically this object is pointing upwards at 90. Alright, perfect number, 90. Then our minimum that the particle can go, the minimum is going to be 90 minus 45, and then the maximum that it can also go is plus 45. So then you got like what is it, an obtuse angle, I think that's what it's called, which is a good range for little sparks. I think part system shape, nope, hold on, part type shape, there you go, PSC, and then this is where I was messing up in the beginning of the tutorial, typing PT underscore shape underscore. That's basically the draw function particles. So you could just write a flare right there. Right there. Our own little flare. I think we are done. Let's try it out. Now left button fires. Whoa, wrong one. So that's what it looks like. Why is that wrong? I'll tell you why. Because I forgot to change this and this and this. I'm so good at this. You saw that? Oh yeah, and this. If shoot 2 equals 1. There you go. PSC1. Sorry about this delay, everyone. Alright, so now we're shooting flames. They're too big. They're too big for flares. I don't like that. What was it? Hold on. Let's go back. Not flares. Star. I think it was star. Size is a little bit too big too. Yeah, too big of a size for star. Let's change the size. Size 0.5. Wiggle. Alright, size speed is going to be 0. Size wiggle 0.05, no, 0.5, no, 0.5, 0.0, come on, 0.2, there, my decision is made. Alright, and the size is going to be, the actual size, the beginning, the minimum size is going to be 0.15 and 0.15 for the max. And whenever you have a little box that's blinking like that, that means that you have pressed the insert key. So press it again to stop doing that, because I hate it when it happens. Now it's at 2. I hate that. 0.02, I think that's what it was. So alright, we're testing it again. Oh god. Alright, wrong number of arguments. Wrong number of arguments means that you have too much apparently, or too little. So okay, just put the little cursor here, and we're starting at index. Then we move a little bit to the right. Size min, size max, size increase, and comma, and put 0 for size wiggle. Size increase is 0, and 0.02 is wiggle. Yay, look at the little stars. Now, do I have that as blend? Doesn't look like blend. Oh, I do. Alright, other than that, let's see. Gravity. Let's make it a little bit slower. That's 10, so 0.05. Well, you get the gist. Now, one more thing. You can tell that I have my drawing above these particle effects, but what if you wanted to put particle effects on top of your drawing? Easy. Easy peasy easy. Rearrange it. Copy. If you don't know how to copy, highlight your entire line, Control C to copy, and then put it all the way down here. You have now rearranged it to where it's still not doing it. Wait. I think it's changed. Part type depth direction. Huh. Let's see. That's not right. It could be because you're creating them after the fact. So let's try this. Set your own depth to -1. Okay, to 1. There you go. You set. That's all you have to do. Just set your depth to 1. right here. Depth to 1. That's it. Alright. Let's see how far I've been in this tutorial. I'm gonna guess. Holy crap, it's 105. I'm gonna guess 30 minutes. I was incorrect. Well, I hope you guys learned something on this tutorial, like how to make the particle go with your character. By the way, if you have a character that can move in a game, the particle is going to stay on him since it's specified on its x and y coordinates. So don't worry about it. That's if the particle is within the character itself. If it's not, then you have to actually specify that, like in object 1, by doing so, like that. But yeah, thank you for watching the tutorial. Hope you guys learned something. If anything at all, if you need help on anything, just comment down below. And yeah, thank you. Peace out.